What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I have one designer fragrance and one niche fragrance for each season. These are my picks. These are the fragrances that I would be totally comfortable with picking, just these two for each season. Let me know in the comments down below, what are your two picks for each season? I want to know from you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to think about it. All right, I guess we should start it out in spring. I feel like that's the beginning of the seasons. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, what do you think is the beginning of each season? I mean, from a yearly perspective, it's winter, but in our minds, I think of spring because it's the beginning of the seasons. I don't know. Interesting conversation. All right, for my designer pick for spring, I'm going to go with YSL, the Eau de Parfum version of Myself. So this one is a nice white floral fragrance. It's got a heavy dose of citrus in the top coming from bergamot and just like this juicy, sweet kind of fruity molecules to balance out that bergamot really well. It's so well done in here. It's very juicy, fresh. Nice, clean patchouli and broxin mix in the base. There is some more woods kind of going on with like some sandalwood, some cedarwood, some softness coming from those woods. But overall, it's very, very likable. In the note breakdown, it's very basic. It's just citrus, orange blossom, some amber and some broxin, that kind of thing, and some patchouli. They do that the 3-note breakdown for designer fragrances nowadays to kind of just paint a simple picture for fragrances, but we know like there's like 70 different materials in fragrances nowadays, especially designer fragrances. So the 3-note breakdown, don't take it, just take it with a grain of salt. Usually there's more going on, but I really like this stuff so much. It's very likable. It's a beautiful, like easy wear, and it's springtime is the perfect time to be wearing this. I know once springtime comes around for, where I'm at, I'm going to be wearing this stuff a lot. All right, moving it on forward into my niche pick. I'm going to go with Linchanay's Oolong Cha. So this one is a tea fragrance. It's a tea fig fragrance. It's got the white florals. This one is super fresh, super just lively. It smells like a clean green garden with this nice orange blossom kind of chord. There's a ton of citrus in here as well to give it a really nice freshness. Soft, musky dry down. On the what's really cool about the Linchanay's is they have all the notes written on the bottom here. So this is a great gift, if you're looking for a gift for like the holidays or time. Linchanay is like exquisite. It really is. But some of the notes in here are bergamot, orange, and some mandarin, a lot of citrus. And then it's got some tea in here as well, like some oolong tea, which is great. Nutmeg, fig, and musk. Just really good. It's a freshy, clean, kind of green fig fragrance. There is a touch of a green earthiness going on in here, so it's just very faint, but it almost smells just like an organic kind of tea. It's a hippie fragrance, I suppose. All right, let's go into the summertime. Summertime was a bit tricky for me because I have so many different fragrances that I just love. And some of the ones that I really gravitated toward were a certain DNA. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to include this DNA. So this is Invictus Aqua, and I really like the Invictus style, the Invictus DNA. I really love, and I was debating on whether or not to put this one or the other one, but Invictus Parfum, that one is fantastic. But this one gets a lot more wear out of me. You could tell from the juice level. This one gets a lot more wear out of me in the winter, or not the winter time, excuse me, the summertime. It's fresh and clean, it's fabric softener sweet, and it's got this just beautiful fruity kind of aspect, but this heavy dose of this powerful sweetness, musky and woody in the dry down, and it's just an easy fabric softener, clean, sweet fragrance to wear. I wear this stuff all the time. I love it dearly, and I have a ton of different fragrances of this DNA that I really like. I actually prefer the Parfum version of this over this, but in terms of summertime, I actually like to wear the Invictus Aqua a lot more. I also like to wear Hawas. Hawas is great. Hawas Ice is also fantastic, but there's nothing like the original Invictus Aqua that's just fantastic. There's also, they rebranded this one. They brought out the new 2024 version, and that's kind of a reimagining of the 2016 version, which is a discontinued hype beast, but they incorporated that well as well. Anyway, really great stuff here. I wear it a lot. All right, then for my niche pick for the summertime, I really like this fragrance a lot. I think it's a niche version of John Varvatos Artisan Pure, which was gonna be in this list, but I decided to put this one in. So this one is Neo from Xerjoff. And this one is a nice green kind of smell. It's kind of spicy with the pepper. It's got peppery, pink pepper, black pepper kind of thing going on in here. Fresh bergamot, a lot of citrus, like, you know, a summertime fragrance needs. It has a nice like woody dry down, but it's heavy in the kind of the cedar wood molecules, the sandalwood kind of accord, but it's heavy in the pink pepper and the peppery kind of nuance. So you also get a nice petitgrain kind of note in here, and this nice fresh orange blossom kind of accord in here, which is just very realistic and very clean, and just this overall very approachable realism kind of smell. Neo was one of the fragrances I sampled out first, and then I wore the sample, and I found a formula online and I made it up first. So I made up like a big like a 5-ounce bottle of this, and I still have it, but I made up a 5-ounce bottle of the DNA from my own raw materials that I make. I do perfumery stuff, and I found myself wearing it so much that I was just like, I'm gonna just buy the original and wear the original, because I don't know, it's a really likable DNA. Anyway, fresh, clean. It's like John Varvatos Artisan Pure, but kind of niched up a little bit. Nice soft musk, clean, aromatic. A touch of a green aspect, but heavy in the citrus, and mostly in the pink pepper and the black pepper kind of thing. Just fantastic. I think this is a very easy to rock, like blind buy purchase if you're looking for your first niche from Xerjoff. There's a ton of other ones out there, like 40 Knots is a really good one, but you know, I really had good luck with this one. But like I say, I would not recommend blind buying niche fragrances, because they're just very tricky, because they're special with their mixture. It's like they'll put in a heavy dose of pink pepper and they'll just call it a peppery fragrance. So if you don't like certain materials, it's just a recipe for disaster if you're blind buying niche fragrances. Designer fragrances, you can blind buy them all day long, because they're designed for greatness. Niche fragrances are designed for specific nuances. All right, let's talk about fall. Fall came around this year, and I got to wear a lot of my favorite fragrances, a lot of the deep and rich ones. You know, Mercedes-Benz Club Black is one of the best. You know, I have it sitting on my desk here. But so let's talk about a designer pick for fall. This is ombre leather. A lot of you guys probably know that I would pick this one, and I really love it. I love it so much. I look forward to wearing it because it's a confident fragrance. It doesn't really get a lot of love from people that are around me. A memory that stands out is my girlfriend years ago, ex-girlfriend, she called me a rubber tire when she first smelled this one on me. So, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone loves a leather fragrance, but this one is a soft jasmine kind of like fragrance with this nice, beautiful leather, rich leather, and it smells so elegant. It's perfect for wearing a leather jacket. And it's, I think it's likable enough, but you know, there's some people that just don't really like it. But fragrances is so subjective that you can't really please everybody. And when you try to please anybody, do you wear what you would like to wear? And I think that this is an excellent leather fragrance. You just have to kind of enjoy or like leather. This is the Eau de Parfum version. I have tried the Parfum version. It's a really good version, but it's just a little bit softer. And whenever I want to wear ombre leather, I want that kind of dominant leathery kind of smell. So take with that what you will, but the Parfum is an excellent option if you want a softer version of, you know, ombre leather. But the Eau de Parfum is kind of a nice rugged leather, rugged man leather, but soft enough. All right, then for my niche pick for fall time, this one was a bit of a challenge because I have so many different ones that I really like to wear, but lately I've been spending a lot of time with this one. This is M. Micallef. This is the intense version of Desire Toxic, and I've been wearing this one to like outings and events. I wore it to 3 different events, and I got, you know, 3 different compliments at one event, and then another compliment, and then another one at the other one. Anyway, digress. Compliments are not everything, but when you get a compliment with a fragrance, you start wearing it a lot more because you're like, I feel good wearing this because a lot of people like it. So this one is a spicy douchebag fragrance. I think it's over the top sometimes, but it's got this cannabis note in here, so you smell like a nice, sexy drug dealer. A lot of sexy, spices in here, clean musk, and a very nice, like, fruity, sweet quality in here to really balance out the nice spiciness. But man, this stuff, it took me by surprise. I didn't buy it for a long time because of the hype on it. You know, there's, I know that this brand does send out a lot of bottles to places, and it's become like a meme now. So I'm a fragrance enthusiast, so first, and then fragrance reviewer second. So when I started seeing all the hype from this one, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up, but I saw a good sale on it, so I was like, let's try it. Let's see what the fuss is about. And it's really good. I think it's really good. I think it does get pushed a little bit too much, but I really like it. I don't think it gets pushed anymore because of the stigma on it, but I have to say it's super good. It's super likable. It's very sweet, spicy, sexy, and the same kind of ballpark, the same kind of fragrance DNA that it would be similar to would be like Dior Sauvage Elixir. That kind of intensity, that kind of spiciness you're gonna find with this one. And fall, yeah, that was a difficult decision for fall because there's so many different ones that I would pick. But I went with that one because that one just does the trick. All right, let's talk about winter time. So winter time, my daily wear could be Prada Luna Rossa Black. This stuff is fantastic. Nice heavy ambroxan in here, a lot of amber, and then this like beautiful kind of powdery, sweet, clean kind of approach with this one. I love this one. It's a bit powdery. If you don't like powdery fragrances, you might not jive with this one at all, but it's a nice warm amber kind of fragrance. A lot of ambroxan in here, I find, but a lot of people don't really pick up the ambroxan, which I'm really shocked by because there's a ton of it in here. There's this soft vanilla in here to sweeten it up a little bit, but it's not an over dominant vanilla fragrance whatsoever. It's much more of a woody amber kind of fragrance, but man, I really like it. This stuff definitely gets used by me a ton in the wintertime. I wear this as a daily scent every day, and it's just a perfect scent. Like, it really is. It's warm, it's sweet, it's sexy. It's not overdone with the sweetness. I don't know why I'm saying it's super sweet, but it's not overdone. It's nice, subtle sweetness, which is really great. Yeah, the bottle's dope, and it's a perfect smell. And then this one is really biased. This one is so biased. This is Paragon by Initio. This is my niche pick for wintertime. And I love wearing this stuff. And I was gonna put this in fall time, but I decided to put the toxic one in fall time and then Paragon in the wintertime, because I would have no issues rocking this in the wintertime. And that's kind of when I wear this. I really find it works the best in the kind of the cold, snowy kind of times, which it just works so well. It's got plum, Palo Santo wood, and it's got this clean fruitiness coming from, like plum, but also some other things going on in here. Fresh bergamot at the top, fresh citrus as well in here, and it definitely dries down to a nice woody, creamy kind of thing. Intense in here too. There is oud in here, so if you do get turned off by oud like that, it's not stinky oud, but it's definitely a rich oud. It's definitely a presence known in the fragrance. So if that turns you off at all, you might not be, encouraged by me to buy this one. But I don't think it's overdone. They balance it out really nice with a lavender sage kind of mix in here, mixed with that bergamot. Just makes for a very fresh top. It's a very likable DNA. It's not like overly done at all. But definitely you get the woody dry down. You get that heavy sandalwood kind of oud mixture, which gives it a very, very nice woody depth in here. I really like it. It's not like a known wintertime fragrance, and I don't think that this one is labeled as a wintertime fragrance, but this stuff works so well in the wintertime. It really does. A lot of even fresh fragrances work a lot in the wintertime. I find myself wearing a ton of freshies in the winter because there's nothing like stepping outside in a blizzard and you're smelling like a crisp lemon and a crisp bergamot. It just works sometimes. It really does. I mean, yes, the vanilla fragrances, they work really good, but also if you're smelling like this one is really good, like French Riviera. I've been wearing this one a lot in the cold wintertime now, and it works just wonders. Thanks so much for watching the video, everyone. Let me know your 2 picks for each season in the comments down below. I would love to hear your take on this. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.